Hello amphibian lovers, it's AmphibianBoss here, and today I'm going to show you how to feed juvenile firebelly newts.
Juvenile firebelly newts. There's one here.
So the first thing you need to do is take a knife, just a regular pocket knife, and take your frozen cube of bloodworms, and you're going to have to, depending on how many newts you have to feed, if you're feeding like 10 of them, then you probably will need 1 brick or more. They don't eat that much. They usually, mine eat about a quarter of a brick. So I'm going to cut this in half and then in a quarter. So your little half a cube or a quarter of a cube or whatever you're going to be using, when you're using like halves and quarters, it kind of breaks up in like smaller pieces and not in worms, because basically when you cut something in a quarter, you're cutting the worms in half and whatever. So that it's not full, but you just want to kind of prepare it with some aquarium water from your Newts tank. Since these guys don't have any water in their tank, or not a lot, I use my adults water, and it's basically the same stuff. And don't use it from other amphibians like this or other amphibians, just so you don't get any diseases or anything in the water, just so you don't harm your juvenile firebelly. Find your newts. They're just in here. I've got 2 little guys, and I'm going to be feeding them both here in just a second. So I just wanted to show you guys how I basically do it. Gotta take a sorry about this, guys. Gotta take a good little grab of some bloodworms here, like so, and helps if you dry it off a bit. Put it in front of their face, and they should take it. Once you get them trained feeding this way, they usually do it right away. They notice. Sometimes they'll even eat it right in front of them. But just to train it, basically they go by movement. So they're basically just going off of what they see. Basically, they just see a wiggly worm, and they eat the wiggly worm. You didn't want that. And usually when they're beside each other like this, which they usually are when they're feeding, they seem to bug each other a lot. Sometimes they will attack each other and like try and steal it out of each other's mouths. So try and distribute the bloodworms evenly between the 2 newts. You're running away. These are my 2 little firebelly newt Fs. Not really Fs, are kind of just juveniles. I ordered them at the pet store I usually get stuff from, but I ordered them and they came in like this. I didn't actually buy them in the store, so I couldn't really choose what I was getting. When I got them, they were just tiny and skinny and unfed, so I was wondering how I was going to feed them. And actually, I bought some small crickets, the smallest crickets you can get. And just kind of like pinheads and stuff, if you can get a hold of pinheads and little worms and things. Live food is the best, but since I couldn't get a hold of that, could only really get a hold of crickets and frozen thawed mealworms, or bloodworms, sorry. That's basically what I chose, and they enjoy it. Like, you can just drop bloodworms in front of them and they will actually eat it in a pile if you get them trained to the scent. They usually like to just mow down on those. So that's basically it. It's kind of hard to feed these newts this way. My dog's barking in the background, sorry. It's pretty hard to keep these guys alive. I'll be right back. I gotta get my dogs. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, you just feed on anything you really think you can, like worms and things that you can catch outside sometimes. You know, you can buy some earthworms and, you know, black worms and little live stuff like that, and that works great. But usually just you throw a couple crickets in there, and they usually won't chase them around, but that's just to give them some exercise so they're not sitting around all the time. Feed them some bloodworms every day, and they should be getting healthy and growing quite fast. I want these guys to grow fast and be, you know, semi-aquatic soon and almost fully aquatic. And I'm not sure what sexes these are. They're probably sexually mature at the moment. Probably I can probably sex them right now, and hopefully I can maybe see if I can breed them and such. And I'll show you guys how to breed them and other things like that. But yeah, that's basically it. I like to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys found this very, very informative and helpful. And basically, peace.